Hello and welcome back to my YouTube channel and Crystal One-on-One. It's good to have you here with us. We happen to be at the Kibo Lounge at Machame Health Club in Naguru. Lovely spot. Do come by if you haven't already. And today I have someone who is passionate about women, children, babies. She is the founder of Tania's reusable diapers. I have Tania Racheal here joining me. Hello.
Hi, Crystal.
How are you?
I'm good.
Look
How
at
are
us
you?
being so sensible, yet we were cackling away a few minutes ago. How are you doing?
I'm trying to be calm. And
Yes, the cameras went down, so
I know.
we must be.
Of course.
How are you doing?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm good. 2022 seems to have been a very busy year for you.
Very busy and it's rushing. I don't know why. It's just coming to an end. I feel like I have a lot to do.
Do you have like a list of monthly targets and goals that you set for yourself?
Yeah, I do. And then I feel like, I still have a lot to do, but the year is like rushing so fast. First of all, thank you for inviting me here. Who am I? Who am I?
You see, when I see that passion
Yeah.
for especially young girls and teenage moms, I'm like, oh, I love it. I love to see it. Tell me about the launch. You decided to do it very differently.
Yeah, I realized it makes a lot of sense if I pre-launch my products in a community of people that actually need them than probably going fancy places. So that's why I picked up a teenage mother's home, which is located in Wakiso, called Fortress. And yeah, that's the place I thought I would need to take the diapers and give to the babies and the mothers. So I gathered my friends. Those are the Pretty Tough Ladies Investment Club members.
Yes, I love seeing that a group of women came together and you're supporting each other, but it's an investment club as well.
Yeah, it's an investment club, but one of our rules is that we have to support each other. If Kansime has a show, we have to kind of get a table. Fabiola has something, we have to do something. Didan is emceeing at Blankets and Wine. I can't say I don't like Blankets and Wine. Okay, I don't like
You're not
crowds.
a very social person.
I'm not so social. But then somehow I have to pull through and be there. So we support each other. Jeanne has plants. Emily has drinks. So one of our rules is that we have to support each other, just like I'm wearing Fabiola products.
Yes, yes. This is
So-
one of her lipsticks too.
Yeah, you see. So I had to call my friends, and of course they had to pull through and come. It was a long day. They to work with me, and it was such an emotional day. Very emotional seeing. Okay, there are many things that were happening, but there was this moment, Crystal. I saw a mother. We took food and we cooked for the members. I saw a mom forcing a kid to eat very fast. You know, I sat in a corner. I don't know, I was like, are these girls noticing what I'm noticing? There's this mother who was telling a kid, eat food very fast, like stuffing food in the mouth and drinking Coca-Cola at the same time.
Oh no.
And I sat and realized this mother is trying to say, eat as much as you can. Probably won't have the same food tomorrow.
Yes, exactly, because it's there now.
It is there now.
Yeah. There's a lot that we take for granted.
So much.
Yeah, so much, right?
So much. And that moment broke me down. I was like, ooh, we if we can help out, if you can help someone on their way to work, change someone's life, bring positive impact, that's it.
Yeah, that's what matters.
That's it.
So the idea for reusable diapers, when did you start thinking about that?
First of all, during lockdown, I had graduated with my 2 masters in oil and gas, and I was
Wait,
looking
did
at
you
my
say 2 masters?
Yeah, 2 masters.
Okay.
Yeah. One from Spain, another from here. So I thought I was going to be that chick killing it in the oil and gas industry. I loved it. I read a lot about it. I invested my time in research. But then during the lockdown, I got pregnant, and most of the jobs I would apply for and be called in, I realized I couldn't really.
Okay.
How can you apply for a job and you appear with your bun-looking figure? So during that time, I kept watching TV because we were home, and they could keep reporting the increasing number of teenage mothers.
Yes.
But they weren't reporting the repercussions. Like, they weren't reporting, how can I say it, the punishments they are giving to the guys who are doing these things to the young girls.
Or the lack of punishments.
Lack of punishments. Like, I got so bothered. I got so bad. I think also having 2 babies in lockdown made me now so much an emotional mom, get so much attached to babies and mothers. So when they kept reporting the increasing number of teenage mothers, so now my mind was like, so what can I do? What can I do as Tania to make their life a little bit easier? I'm gonna give them money. I'm gonna give them maybe prayers, but let me get a product out there that can make their life a bit comfortable. So that's how the whole idea of reusable baby diapers came to birth.
Because disposable, so many people cannot afford them.
People cannot afford disposable baby diapers at all. They can't. And I realized there are babies from the time they are born up to the 2 years. There are some babies in villages down there that never wear diapers. Because their parents can't afford. They've given birth from a government hospital, maybe from home. So they just use cloth.
They use old T-shirts or whatever it is.
Can you imagine? And I kept imagining how is it even possible? That's how I birthed the idea of getting reusable baby diapers so that I can make a mother feel a bit confident, make the baby feel comfortable. When you know the baby is comfortable, you can probably have a settled mind to go and work.
Yeah, that's one of the biggest challenges.
Yeah.
You want to take care of your kids, but you need to know that they're okay.
They're okay.
Your babies are okay, then you can focus on what you need to do. Surviving in some cases.
Yeah, surviving. And we both know women were the people that build homes, and so if you're not mentally ready or comfortable in an environment where you are, many things go south. Many things go south, especially when your babies are not so catered for, like the way you would love them to be. Sure.
Okay, so Racheal, where were you born? Where did you grow up?
Yes. As interesting, I was born from Kabale. That's a very cold district deep down in the south. Yeah, that's where I grew up from until I came to the city where you see Germany. You're like, hey, hey, this someone owns very many cars in Kampala. Who's this rich person? Yeah, until that time.
When did you come to Kampala?
I came to Kampala several times before I officially came to Kampala. So I used to play keyboard.
Yes.
Yeah, so I'd play keyboard. That was like my entry ticket to MDD. So I joined MDD. Then there's a time I was like in P4. Yeah, P4, they were supposed to come to Kampala National Theatre. There's no way you can sleep when you're coming from Kampala. I mean, Kampala. You have to doze. I mean, you have to rather keep your eyes open. We're like, what? We're going to Kampala. That was the first time, Crystal. My eyes, I don't think I would blink. Then we reached that side of Busega. And then I saw jam. My neck was all out in the wind.
You're like, oh, these cars, my goodness.
This person is so rich. How can you have all these cars? Small, big, medium, tiny, tall, long.
A child would think they belong.
I know. I ate ice cream, went to National Theatre. By then there was Shimoni. So I was sleeping in those Shimoni classes, but still life was perfect without any mattresses. So, then I got lost from Shimoni to UBC, to National Theatre. I couldn't figure out. I'm like, this city is so busy. I looked for National Theatre and I walked around that place.
Were you all by yourself?
I was with my 3 Bachigaloko young children. Fellow young children.
So you were lost?
We were just lost. Imagine, from Shimoni to National Theatre. We were just lost. So that was the first time I came to Kampala. Then I came to Kampala again when I was joining, when I was in senior 5. That is when I was joining Serma Christian High School.
Okay.
No, senior for VAC. I came to Kampala senior for VAC, vacation, because now I had to get to school. So that's when I joined Serma Christian High School, and I'm like, life in Kampala is good. I'm never going back to Kabale.
Then
So
never?
I've been in Kampala since then, and that's why I'm killing it. From that city.
Okay, so you came for in your later secondary, A-level, and then university, was it here as well?
My career, then I did UCAM University in Spain. Then I did
How did you end up in Spain?
In Spain, it was an online course.
Okay.
Yeah,
It was an
although I was
online
supposed
course.
to physically go and graduate, and COVID happened.
COVID happened.
But it's okay, we can always go back.
So the dream was oil and gas.
You know, oil and gas.
Before that, were you like working in a corporate job though?
Before that, I was working in aviation school. I was an academic registrar. So that is a space that I spent like, corporate job, I spent like 7 years.
Okay.
7 years. And then then I joined school when I was still studying for oil and gas, because I knew I was transitioning from the aviation side to oil and gas. Then I started studying. In the meantime, COVID happened, got pregnant, and now I'm not even in oil and gas.
But you're in business.
I'm in business, yeah.
But before that, you had done a few different things.
Yes.
So when was like your first business?
Crystal, do you know a hustler?
I know you're a hustler.
I am proudly a hustler in Kampala, and I wish people could know me for that. Mostly, I have hustled my way up so much, from the time I lost my parents to the time where I am now. I started working when I was senior 6 vacation.
Okay.
I was working with Kinetic Energy, which was a dealership under or AfriSale. You should know how I got that job.
How?
I walked into office and I'm like, I want to talk to the manager.
With all the confidence.
All the confidence, senior 6 vacation with no hair, I think. Oh, now this is beautiful. By then you look like an Irish potato. So I walk into the shop because I knew I didn't have the privilege of spending 9 months at home doing nothing. So what I did, I had to find my way out. I didn't have qualifications. I couldn't say I qualified for this job. I had to hustle. So I walked into this shop. I'm like, can I talk to the manager? So the ladies are like, is he expecting you? I'm like, he would love to meet me. Confidence. Confidence will take me to places, my friends.
Confidence is key.
Kumbe, voila, no papers. So they go and tell that, luckily enough, he was in office, so they go and tell him there is this girl who said you'd like to meet her. He's like, what's her name? Tania, Racheal. I was like, oh, let her come in. So when I walked in, I knew I just have to say words. I didn't have papers. I told him, hello, sir, I'm called Tania Racheal. I'm in my senior 6 vacation. What I know is that I don't have any papers, but I'm so fast at learning. I just can't stay home 9 months doing nothing. I can come and clean the shelves, organize the books. I can come early and clean before I work. So I talked for like 5 minutes and the guy was looking at me like, are you mad? You know, in Kampala, someone enters your office and they're talking like that. So he said, you know what? Come next week on Thursday. And I'm sure he said it just let me pass.
Just for you to go.
I fail and they officially fire me on paper. Like my name features on some paper. So when he said come next week on Thursday, I didn't ask about salary. I didn't ask about anything.
You just wanted to work.
I just wanted to work. So the next Thursday I appeared. They showed me what to do. So that's how I got involved. I realized they gave me transport that evening. End of month, they also paid me the salary. I'm like, Eish, I'm never going to go back to Kabale. So I worked so hard. That job is what carried me through up to campus.
Okay.
So campus time, I couldn't maintain an 8 to 5.
Yes.
Because, you know, you would be balancing a lot of money. By the time you go to class, you're so confused. I got a retake as well. So I had to get something to do to survive. That's how I started an ushering business. Now, Crystal, that ushering was word of mouth.
Okay.
It came on paper like 3 years later. Started telling everyone, I have my girls, you have an event, call us, we shall shine.
Where were you meeting these people?
Everywhere, everywhere. Just like, oh, it's only today that I'm not wearing my shirt for the diapers. But I started marketing my business before, because which other way would I do it?
So you would make the pitch like you did for yourself,
yeah,
and you were the one speaking for the brand.
Like how I can say, Crystal, you have an event, call me, I'll come and usher. You're like, really? You're like, yeah. So I got my first job from Okwano, Mr. Nolari. He's like, hey, you have girls, bring them on. I'm like, what, how much do we charge? I gathered my cousins and some campus friends, because girls at campus sometimes are idle.
Yes.
So that's how I got my team together. And then we got black dresses. Everyone has a black dress in the world. That was the first job. Second job, we got t-shirts from Kwano, put black jeans. And like, hey, started getting jobs, got in touch with sick events. So I started growing, and now my company became big, and I survived at campus like that.
Oh my goodness. How many girls did you have?
There's a moment where I had 80 girls.
80?
There's a time I would run 4 events one day.
Okay.
And I'm just managing all the girls, running through like headless chicken.
Wow, and that's what carried you through campus?
That's what carried me through campus. Even when I was working, when I got an aviation job, I still had the company running. Yeah.
Okay. So when did you get into, you had a boutique as well?
Yeah, I had a boutique.
When did you start that?
Now, I started it around 2018 there. My friend, Kathy, was already running a boutique, and she was like, Tania, how about you come and we partner together?
Okay.
Yeah. So that's how I was like, interesting. Okay. So she told me how the business runs and introduced me to markets in Istanbul, in Thailand, and I gave it a try.
Okay.
Yeah.
How was that?
It was beautiful, but you need to be at the shop. Trends change.
Yeah.
When you think you have brought the best dresses and the trend is just changing like in an hour, in a year, then you have to go and shop more other clothes. Then some people don't understand the Europe market price. The China
That's
price,
a big, because I feel like in the beginning, the first people went to Turkey because of quality.
It's quality.
Really, really high standard.
Yeah.
I mean, so the clothes were always a little more expensive.
A little
it's
more
not what
expensive.
you get from China.
I know. A little more expensive. So someone to come and afford a dress of 1.5, they find like there are a few people. A few people. And then when lockdown happened, it happened when we were supposed to travel and get new stock.
Okay, okay.
Thank God it happened. Like we were saved by a miracle, because we had already gotten our visas ready.
Imagine if you were there.
Yeah, we're going to be stuck there. I don't know. Maybe it's just God's plan. He chose to keep me here. And then...
So you were just about to travel?
I was just about to travel, got our tickets ready, had our visas ready. And then they made an announcement. Yeah.
Okay. Did you get a refund on your tickets?
Did we even follow up on that? We're like, oh, thank God we've not traveled. We didn't even make a follow up on that.
Oh my gosh.
I'm wondering, yeah, we didn't, and now visas have, of course, expired. Turkey Embassy, we are coming soon.
Okay, so you said during the first lockdown you had a baby, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so that's of course when you met your hubby.
Yeah.
Well, you met him before that.
Oh, I met him way before that. We grew up together. He was my big brother's best friend. So he was someone who was always around us. And I had never seen him in that image.
In that light.
It happened very fast. Very, very fast. So yes, got a baby in the lockdown, the first lockdown, and the second lockdown as well. So those are 2 babies in 2
The ones
years.
you call twins.
The ones I call
They're as
twins.
good as twins.
And I don't know why the president hasn't given me a medal on Heroes Day. Who does that? It's so hectic.
I have no words for you.
It is.
One this year, another in the next year?
Yeah.
Okay, well
And
done.
it's almost brought a big issue home. I was, I was like, now I have one baby. Let me prepare myself to shape up and look for these jobs that I was already applying for. And then when I was starting to get called in, I realized I'm pregnant again. So I'm like, so my dream and for working in an oil and gas, just mentioning Tania, oil and gas, is no longer valid. Yeah, so emotionally I was drained. You know what it means by having two babies at home during lockdown? It was an emotional, challenging situation.
Yeah, I can imagine. And also, you know, sometimes having children, and especially babies, makes you reassess everything. Because you have to figure out how you can make your life work around.
Yeah. That's the reason, Krista, that I end up making a decision in my life. I can't have an 8 to 5. I can't. The babies are so little. I can't imagine being at work and I'm being informed this baby has fallen off the bed, this baby is sick. I always look at these mothers who go to work and I'm like, these women are heroes. Like, how do you live in the morning and leave babies at home with nannies, strangers, and spend the whole day working, come back home? I hope they are happy and I hope they are treasured at home, because really that's some big sacrifice out there.
It is, and I like that you mentioned strangers. Someone pointed that out recently, and I never really thought about it. They're like, you know, we're very careful about strangers, people we allow into our homes, whether it's people to come and do some work or things. But then we get a lady we've never met before, and after a day or two, you've talked to her, okay, then you leave your children and you go.
Yeah, you see, unfortunately, we live in an era, like not our parents' era, where they would kind of be a little bit comfortable and the man takes the show.
Yeah, takes care of the family.
By then, they were living in a world where the economy wasn't so expensive like the way it is right now.
And then you had community, or you had family, extended family.
Cousins would come and help. But then we are in an era where if you don't go out to work as a woman, you're either disrespected by your spouse in a way. You have to be bringing in some little income, or this is also a generation where men literally don't want to work. And it's
unfortunately.
Yeah, it's unfortunately. Some men are comfortable just not working, and actually if you're a young girl and a guy tells you first thing, I like you because you're hardworking, run. Run for your dear life. It's not that generation at the moment. And
yeah, a lot has changed.
We have friends out there, acquaintances out there who share experiences and realize as a woman, in this generation, you have to do something.
Yes,
you have to do something.
We're not hating, for the record. It's just you hear experiences after there. And not to say that men don't want to work, but the whole entire load resting on their shoulder, there are very few men who can handle that.
They also have a lot there. Of course, carrying, you can't handle tuition, you can't have bills, you can't have... So as a woman, you also have to be ready to chip in a little. So if you sit home and decide to fold your arms and wait for Mister to bring in everything,
that's true. And then also I think we also have, from our parents' generation, many of us saw what happened when either fathers left and mothers had to suddenly figure it out after years of sitting at home, or fathers passed on and suddenly everything is taken away, and as a family with your mom you start from scratch. So relatives, it's not really an option.
Like for us, when we lost a parent, as really little.
Okay,
when your parents primary passed. 5, when I lost my dad, and in primary 6 I lost my mom.
Okay.
So when you talk about swimming through the waves of life, oh gosh, I'm the best. Like, I think I'm the perfect description. Life has humbled me down. It has given me this level of humility.
I know that losing your parents is a delicate issue, but I do hope that in that time when you were in other people's homes, and that time when, you know, you were moving around, that you were safe. I
got my challenges when I became a single mom.
Okay.
Challenges weren't financial because I was working and had this beautiful life going on. You know, single mom with a kid, and you're living in a nice place. You're working.
How old
You're
were you
living
when
in
you
your
had
means.
your firstborn?
I was 26.
Okay.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
So, and I got a few comments that weren't good for my age. Like, like there is a family member. I don't. You know, some people make comments and they forget because they're just talking in a moment. Who said, "My child is a bastard because I got him when I was not officially married." Now, I want to tell you, Crystal, that that has never sunk well with me. And I think they moved on. They don't know. And it has affected my relationships with them, family members. I can't deal with them. I'm so different. I'm that girl that if I'm to show up, oh, it better be very important. How can you do that?
Yeah.
How can you do that? And then even when I was trying to settle in my marriage, these people went and were trying to get my baby daddy to disorganize us so that it doesn't work. And you
This is your own family?
Yeah, a few members, not all of them. And you stand and you claim you love me. You don't. You don't. So I've gone to the extent of telling my close friends and be very intentional and tell them particular people should raise my kids when I die. Why? Because life has taught me sometimes we are not intentional about this topic of who should raise your kids when you're dead.
I think a lot of people don't want to even think about
They
death.
don't think about it, and once you die and the kids niche, people will assume, oh, Crystal is so close to Tania, so Tania should take it up. And Tania, I'm also assuming, no, Crystal is close to Didan. Didan should take it up. And Didan. So the kids are left there in balance. And then they end up in a wrong person's hands who is ready to grab them. You know, those people are like, me, I will take this person, I'll take these kids and raise them. And those people will not even do the right thing. But now, growing up, being wiser, seeing how my kids have been welcomed in the world, seeing how I love my kids so much, I'm like, oh gosh, I have to figure out how their life will be, even when I'm gone.
Yeah. If anything happens.
If anything happens, they need to be in some other person's hands whom I know will at least take good care of them, will not call them names, you know, will not. Or someone's like, I'm a wrong mother, I'm a poor mother, I'm introducing as now a single mom trying to date, is introducing men to the kid. If you're a guy and you actually saw my son's face, oh God, you're a hero. You know? But you know, someone would make such comments.
Yeah, assumptions.
Assumptions. But the one who crossed the line and called my kid a bastard because I'm not officially married, it will never sit well with me. We forgive, but there's an element of also not forgetting. And that is key.
Yeah.
That is key. And it has given me a lot of insecurities around, like, I'm protective of my kids. I can officially say it's the most, I'm so attached to my kids than anything else in this world.
Yeah.
There's a time I was having this conversation with Kansime about kids, and we were talking about I'm the good mom to the son. So talking about who takes care of the kids and what, and that didn't sink so well for both of us. And we realized we're actually looking out for our friends, like this friend, please take up my kid. This friend, please take up my kid. And you're not even looking at the people who should be looking at.
Yeah.
Such is life.
That's a nice reminder that you can make certain choices. Like you said, you're intentional about your friendships.
Very intentional.
Because these are people you know, they share your values.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I was guided by friends growing up, Crystal. We just had friends coming through, a few relatives. We had like one sister to my mom who came through from us. She's in Kasese. We have, then others were friends. Friends. We have a reverend. I stayed in a reverend's home. Basically you keep moving homes, but as you grow up, you get to know people who are there for you. Now, Crystal, you can, even being an orphan, I think these people don't even notice that orphans look at things and study situations. You'll be in someone's home, but you can feel when the energy is bad. You're treated different. Someone wants to just have the airs that, oh, I'm done taking care of this one's children. But when you're feeling, no, it's not. No, it's not the case. So even when I was going to get married, I selected a few people that I would treat as my parents. That's like one particular auntie from Kawale Kasese, and a cousin from Kawale, my uncle Bennett, and the Reverend, and other relatives. Like, what about us?
So you didn't give in to that pressure.
Then I'm like, do you know Tania? Have you just met her?
Where have you been?
I don't know you. Where have you been? You've just seen me on a couple of billboards and you think I'm what? Bring it on.
Okay.
I know.
So you don't take nonsense, like you said earlier.
I do not take nonsense. I don't take disrespect. So those relatives who are just popping up out of the blue.
No time for them.
Not at all.
Good for you. Good for you. Because unfortunately, there's always that pressure from family. They have not been there for you, and suddenly, you know, when things are happening in your life, they all want to make a claim.
Yeah. And then out of the blue, that's when you get to know they have problems. This one is sick. This one's sick. You're like, you guys, I was at campus using my lace as a curtain in the window. Did you ever think about it? Me and my sister would share food. But I even went to casino to gamble, to make money.
What? You tried?
I'm sorry, Racheal. I've hustled. Yeah? You want to know the story about casino?
How did that work? Because that is not advisable. But
not at all. You shouldn't do it. But I think sometimes we do things in life. And
did you feel like you were desperate at that time?
I was desperate, and I was not going to be someone's like tool. At campus, and being where I was very hot. At campus, I would have gotten free money. Free money. Now, yengo lava free money comes with every gender konga binge. So, because of growing up from a very conservative family, and Mama was very strict. There's some moments you'd be like, this one I'm not crossing this line. Pause. Let me wait. So, a friend of mine one day was like, "Come and show you. Racheal, love making money. Come and show me how casino works." I will not mention his name. So I'm like, okay, I followed him. I realized when you enter the casino, you sit. Once you enter, free food, free drinks, flowing like manna from heaven.
As long as you're playing.
As long as you're playing. So he told me about poker game, something game where you play with the cards, and like, just need to concentrate. So Tania, I opened my eyes. I'm like, this is a money-making venture. I need to concentrate here. Here. So I realized, you play. First you go with your 400K. You come back with, you've made like your 700K.
Yeah,
like,
beginner's luck.
Why was I even already suffering in life? This is my place where I need to be. Because I was there for a short while. Then my first time I got $1 million. I'm like, me, $1 million? Remember, I don't drink alcohol, so I was already sober. Me, I'd gone to casino for strictly business.
Now when you said, I think you're like, what?
Yeah. You know, people would go there to drink what? I don't drink alcohol. So I'd get my chips, keep putting in the bag. After making $1 million, I can't make more than that. The devil is also a liar. It will disappear. I would go pick money, call
so
my
you
cab
knew
guy.
when to stop.
I knew when to stop. $1 million was like a lot of money to me. And I always knew how if I make more than that, it will go. Because you'd see other people, they are banging tables when they've lost money.
Mm-hmm.
So I would make $1 million. I go and with cash it. I call my cab guy. He comes and parks behind Taj Mahal. Enter into the car, go to campus. I immediately wake up my sister. I'm like, wake up. Get this money tomorrow. We are paying hostel fee. You see, hustle. But I can, of course, I did casino for like 1 year, and I can never definitely go back.
Yeah.
Because it's not good to gamble.
No, and there's beginner's luck is real. In the beginning, you win, and then when you start to lose.
So I was just hustling, swimming through life, and I did what had to be done. I gambled. That's not good. Don't do it. I even got a retake at campus. I've had a lot of escapades in my life. Stories. I got a retake. Not that I was not sharp in class, because I spent the whole entire night doing an activation, I think, of club at. I had my girls working.
So you were working.
Businesswoman was working while at campus. So I got my girls work up to 2 a.m. So when I reached home, I'm like, now why sleep yet? I have to be in Makerere at early in the morning to the exam. So let me keep awake, read my small summaries. Do you remember summaries?
So yes.
Summaries, I keep awake, then I wake up, go to class after the exam, I come and sleep
the whole night.
24 hours. When I reached the class, as I read through the exam, I'm like, I know these things. I was always sharp in class. And I'm like, why not? Doze for only 30 minutes. When I wake up, I finish the paper. Trust me, Crystal, I was waking up by the sound of 30 minutes remaining. I'm like, food. I started fidgeting, trying to read section A, section B, And I got 47. I go to this man. I'm like, gentleman, only 3 marks? Only 3 marks?
Pass mark was 50.
Must I get a retake? Must I suffer? He was like, no, you have to go to a registrar and request. I went and I explained, I'm like, you guys, I never miss lectures. I'm always in class. I didn't have time to take I didn't have the luxury to even have retakes. What am I? I'm like, just help me, I can do that. I said, no. You have to redo the paper.
Yeah.
And Chris, I redid the paper when I was still working. I was like, anyway, I have to graduate from my career officially.
But you did.
Yeah.
Well done on you. And went on to do 2 masters.
Yeah, I went on and did the 2 masters. So the retake didn't define my destiny.
True. Absolutely. And you're still creating your journey.
I'm still creating my journey, but to the girls who are out there and you don't have protection around you don't have parents, it's very tricky to survive in Kampala, to have soap and bathe, water, walk to campus, you need food, you need oil, body oil, it's very hard. You still have to find something to do, at least sell earrings.
Yeah.
You have even challenges of lecturers hitting on you.
Yeah.
There was this particular lecturer that was hitting on me, and so one day he was like, I want to come and pick you. I'm like, ask no more. Please come. I stay in garden courts. It's the only girls hostel. So he was like, I can't come to garden courts. I'm like, then you can't see me. I was like, okay, come and see us. I'm like, now this lecturer, if I don't see him, he's going to make me fail.
And that is a dilemma.
That is dilemma. I need to deal with this gentleman in a very street, wise, smart way. So what I did, I'm like, I'm coming. He was like, I'm in some hotel in Naria. I'm like, hey, ask no more. I tell my girls, after lectures, we are going somewhere. We went into that car taxi. We almost filled the taxi. We're like 11 girls. He's like, are you coming? Yes, I'm coming. Okay. I'm looking forward to seeing you in my head. I'm like, ew, I have a solution for you. So we reached Nadia. I'm like, we are here. We realized that
you had come with the whole crew.
The task was changing. I'm like, yeah, we are here. it's like you and I'm like, my friends, you know, I can't move alone. What? I survived that one like that also.
Well
Of course, he
done,
was
by the
angry.
way. That's why a lot of girls do that. Strength in numbers. Never go alone.
Never go alone, ever. Always have your football team.
So how
And
many are you as siblings?
we are 6,
Okay.
3 girls, 3 boys. Yeah.
And you are number...
Now I'm number 4.
Okay.
I'm number 4. I'm just there in the middle.
Okay.
You were talking about women working. Then I remembered my mom. My mom was such a hardworking woman, and I think even growing up, I wasn't so sure if I loved her because she was too muchiga, too
Okay.
rough. Like, I can't say rough. Let me call it tough love.
Tough.
She would spank you at any moment,
Okay.
which I think sometimes I look at my character, I'm like, I think I'm picking up on my mom's character.
But losing your parents at such a young age. What you were talking about, feeling sometimes like you only have yourself in the world.
Yeah. You know, people meet you now, you're driving a certain car, you have this makeup on, and they can't believe you did certain things or had some certain lifestyle. There is no one, I don't know if anyone can believe I went to school sometime without a pad. I went to school without shopping to the extent that I reported school without a pad. You know, when you lost your parents, you kind of got scattered in different homes, which of course, was the best option. No one would take up all the 6 little children at the same time.
So you were all
We're
separated
scattered
in
cousin,
relatives.
this one, aunt, this one, this one. So at some point before we got so scattered, we first of kind of stayed alone. Then we realized, we won't pull it off.
Okay.
So we had to get support. So at that moment, the time I was reporting to school, and you know when you're supposed to have those incestuous things, you present manyarim, buwat, toilet paper. Why do they even ask for toilet paper? Why do we pay tuition and they don't pay us? Let me not go there. I've never been entitled.
Okay.
I've grown up knowing when you receive, thank God. If you don't receive, then work for it.
So that was your situation.
Yeah. So I got my friend Lynette. She checked her luggage in. Then I don't know how she sneaked. I don't know how she sneaked the suitcase to me, and then I got the same things and I presented them.
Oh wow.
And then after that, she was like, Tania, I really don't have anything. I'm like, I don't have, but I know they're going to serve us dinner. They're going to serve us break tea. I'll survive as long as I can sleep. I'll eat and sleep. But then I've always had one thing I pride in. I have a gift of favor. Okay. That I openly say. I have a gift of favor. So my friends would pull through for me. If like this girl would be like, have some, they would give her Rwanda francs, so should exchange and then triples. So like, you have some money, which give me some soap, you have some flour, have some sugar, and then you find you're surviving through school like that.
Oh, bless.
Yeah.
It's good to have friends.
I've already survived on friends. I take my friendships very, very seriously. And everyone who knows me knows I'm very intentional, and I take things extremely personal when it comes to friendships, because I invest in a lot of my emotions. Like, that's why I have like a small group of particular girls that you know.
Yes.
And those are my friends. They already know Tania operates like this. She's loyal. She's going to be there for you, but once you disappoint her, it gets to my heart, because I feel like you're there for me more than, unfortunately, my family.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, I understand that. I like hearing that, because I think, you've gone for a lot of women's spaces, like whether it's get-togethers, entrepreneurship, workshops, and we're always talking about, women need to support women.
Yeah.
And you have people who have 2 different, maybe, experiences. There are some women who are like, but, I've always supported other women, they've always supported me. Then there are other women who are like, hey, I had a female boss who was hell. I've had other friends or you know, who have not come through for me, especially as someone in business. Like what you're saying about your friends supporting you.
Yeah.
Have you seen that through life?
Not at all. Of course, we both know as we grow up, we get wiser. We get to pick our friends. There's a level where you reach Crystal and you can't have new friends in your life. Like, what are you going to tell them? I love Matoke, I love Genus. Like, no, you just can't have new friends. You know, you pick your few 4, 5, and you just groom each other. You water each other's, you know, cups. And of course, I realized most strangers are more supporting than the people you expect to support. Let me be.
That is one of the realities of business.
Yeah. Let me even dresses. You'd see like someone who's so close to you get a more expensive dress, not even nice looking, from somewhere else than come and support you. But then you learn you have to put your emotions aside because it will break you, as in it's not feeding you positively. Yeah. But then you grow up and realize now I've picked these friends of mine who have been in my life. Yeah. So we have the same things in common and we strictly follow our script. If the contract says, we have a contract meanwhile.
Really?
Yeah, our things are so on paper.
Okay.
Yeah, they know, the girls know. We have fines.
I love this.
Yeah, we have like everything is on paper. They know you have to support each other because why are we friends?
Good point.
You can't. Are you going to gossip? Then what is gossip helping you? Are you going to keep drinking? Are you going to just keep partying? What are you going to do? So we decided to do things that bring positive impact in our lives. So you support me, I support you. We plan trips, we save together little money, then we travel in different destinations because if you wait to be taken out by your spouse or plan it and travel alone, you might travel when Jesus comes back. Like that moment when rapture happens might be the moment you travel.
But hey, that's the reality. If it is your dream to travel, you have to make it happen.
Yeah, get your friends, save up money in Pola. Mugende, whatever you want.
Okay,
Yeah.
so you just launched your reusable diapers. When was that? When did you launch?
That was in July.
In July this
Yeah.
year. What's the plan? How do people find out where they can get them? Tell us about them.
Okay, the reusable baby diapers, you're going to find them at Motive, Uganda. That's where I'm putting my place, where I'm going to be seated. That's a physical shop.
Okay.
And then also make them from Motive. I have an arrangement with Motive Uganda.
So you're making them
Yeah.
here?
Yeah, I have a
Okay.
team of youth making them.
Okay.
Then you can also call my number, 0788 962 888. You WhatsApp, you call, I'll have them delivered to wherever you are. If you have an organization that wants to do a charity drive and bless moms, babies, I think I'm the right person. If you have some people want to go back in their constituencies and do something, churches, anyone that wants to get a reusable diaper, you can just always call me and I'll make sure I appear.
Okay.
ASAP. Yeah.
Okay, so for reusable, is it something a bit like the concept of reusable pads?
Yes. Now, for the reusable baby diapers, remember when I was young, they used to do nappies. That you have two strong...
And then like a plastic
those
thing on
things
top.
here.
The huge safety pins.
Yeah, safety pins, huge ones. And then you'd susu and it would soak so much. And sometimes it would not smell nice. So my concept is the nappy, but the bougie nappies.
Okay.
The classy ones. The beautiful diapers which you can wash and use over time. It's even way cheaper than getting the disposable ones. Because if you buy only 3, you can use them for like 2 years. Than getting the disposable ones and come one Saturday you're like, oh, I don't have what to use.
Okay.
So yeah, even cost effective.
Yes, I'm sure it's cost effective. When you can use something again and again, it is absolutely...
It also helps kids to learn how to use potty faster because there's a little bit of discomfort when they get wet. But the disposable ones, they suck all.
Yeah,
and you become comfortable. Just sussling everywhere you want. have
I
the
love that word,
luxury.
sizzling. But yeah, and then you see the pamper is like so heavy between the poor
Yeah,
child's
the
legs.
person is balancing life with the pamper. No, mine. You wash, you feel uncomfortable, like, I won't do this again. Okay, it helps with potty training as well.
Okay,
Yeah.
okay.
Then if you have nannies at home, it's good to help kids spend the whole day with a reasonable diaper because it's more aerated than the other one.
Yes, yes,
Yeah.
yes. It's healthier.
It's healthier. Yeah, it doesn't have those components that sometimes bring skin reactions. It's more of cotton fleece. Yeah. So it's good for the environment as well.
All right.
Let's be
So,
serious.
your kids, of course, are a little bit older now. They're still little, but they're a bit older.
Little.
And you're looking at a business that you can do, but you can also balance, you know, family as well, home life. Are you thinking of, are you going to go back into the boutique business eventually? Is that,
Never.
let
I'm now strictly going to do the reusable
that never was very
diapers. strong.
strong.
I'm now, if you see Tania, you see mothers and children walking only. That's like my brand because I'm passionate about mothers and babies. So I'm going to bring other products that favor mothers and children.
Okay.
Strictly that. But now I'm building my brand as Tania. I'm not promoting any person's brand in that area.
Okay, okay. Although I did say you're doing some kind of influencing.
Yeah, influencing.
Yes, because that's part of your brand.
Yeah, that's part of my brand. If my face
people need to
products,
know.
you can always call me. I don't work with any agency, so I'm a manager to myself. I used to do that way before.
Okay.
And now after doing like 13 adverts, growing my brand, trying to grow my numbers as well, I realized now let me deal with Tania as a brand, not attaching to other people. So if anyone has products that they think they need my face on, we can talk business. Please get in touch ASAP. ASAP.
Okay. Oh, Tania, thank you so much for joining me. This was fun. I know you have stories for days.
I can imagine.
Stories for days. But like you said, you're proud of your story. And you should be. You should be. And I hope you keep sharing it.
I will.
Thank you for sharing with me.
Welcome.